Hello, thanks for requesting me and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Okay, so we actually got some headway in our case. We have some information for once, so I think we can move forward a little bit, but only a little bit. Thanks for looking, Teal. Didn't Monica have giant titties? Titus, you lied to me. Talk to him.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Shut the hell up. Classe says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Oh, now she's a fucking whore. Okay.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
Oh, so now... now she's a crazy bitch.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit, she told me the truth.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
We didn't.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Hit you. Duck.
Titus Hardy.
Titus, middle name, Hardy. You're grounded.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Oh, can I have the tape?
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
He turns to Titus, who's still breathing heavily.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was insignificant.
Where can I listen to this?
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Shanky, I hope you get shanked.
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
Why should I care about the tape? You lied to me.
You don't care about evidence. And fucking you a cop for then.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions. They are fucking keeping a score on their bulletin boards.
I think we should shoot him in the foot.
I won't be on your...
Literally.
If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
So what's on this tape?
What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why. Won't you listen to it?
Now that is intriguing. You had me at door gunner.
Where did you get this tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Actually, there are numerous degrees you can get in signals intelligence.
Yeah, like you have
So you bugged them. How?
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood. You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one of you is doing this advanced radio work then?
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
The chief picks his beer back up to offer a silent toast.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
That's enough for now. I'll get back to the investigation.
Don't forget your take, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy.
Fine, I'll listen to it.
You do that. Oh, keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
Okay, I think I know where we can get a tape player. I think we should shoot Titus Hardy in the dick. Kim, I want to abuse our power. Now. Hold on, I'm lurking in one of my friends' streams. Just look around over here. Okay, so I think we can get a tape. You damn kids, get out of here. Can get a tape player at the junk store, but we have to make sure it works first so we don't waste our money on a bad tape player. I feel good, 'cause he tried to hit us, but he missed. Feels good. Okay. Hello.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'm looking for something that plays a tape for police business.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelves.
Do you have any recordings of the Col do Mamadaqua?
The Col de Mamadaqua. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Hey, thanks for lurking, Andrew. Appreciate it. I have hobbies, just like all normal people, because I'm a normal person.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Well, it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Col de Mamadaqua myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col de Mamadaqua, and he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col de Mamadaqua.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter.
Do we really have time for this?
Yes, it's absolutely necessary for my research.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speaker begins to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. Not good, not good. You're about to start suffocating. You have to stop this. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you, reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums.
What's that?
Gulls and skewers. But
He raises a pointed finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. A new, very high-pitched shivering sound emerges amidst the others.
That's it. The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Mamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
I have other business to take care of now. Yeah.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Can I just play a tape on one of the boomboxes real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
Don't like music? What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors. That kind of thing.
He's into ASMR.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
Shopkeep, the Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Waushi W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel format. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
I have the money.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
All right. I'm stuck. Okay, yeah, cool. Now. A magnetic tape acquired from Titus Hardy. It supposedly holds a recording of the Mercenary Task Force radio communications recorded via a de-encryption station. Not a good omen. Requires a boombox to play.
The portal reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The
Disco
tape is
time.
rooted behind the magnetic reader.
Play the tape.
You push command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill
As
the
you
air.
desire. Is this because I keep throwing Cheez-Its at you? Yeah.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Another loud screech. Some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the son of a Valson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Wow.
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
A click and then silence. The rest of the tape is empty.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your porterille. The tape stops spinning.
What was that at the very end? Silence?
End of recording.
What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave and edited to seem more incriminating. It sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated.
Still,
You are familiar with this. This lieutenant looks at the tape. You are familiar with this look now. It is his look of suspicion.
There's more going on here than you know.
Who is this Cordy?
one of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Island in South Safran. Brad committed war crimes there. The kind of thing he talks about.
You think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Okay then, what now? Remove the tape.
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate to you.
Alright, put that thing back. I want my big ass. I got a bottle of beer. I want my big ass tool back. No. I want that too. Yes, very good. Okay. Because with that I can pick up beer bottles. Speaking of which, let's go cash those in.
There. Do you smell that?
Smell what?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
Close your eyes and take a deep breath.
Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle with excitement as they sift through the swirling morass of industrial odors. First come the smells of the agitated strikebreakers, layers of body oil and sweat, over-buttered meals pulled from bake-like lunch pails, the biting stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly oxidizing metal gates, the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack.
Everything in order, detective?
I'm smelling for communists, Kim.
You're smelling for...
Communists.
You know what? I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
Thank you.
It is a mark of the lieutenant's respect for you that he does not press you on this decidedly extracurricular errand. The lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex. The reek of communism is undeniable, and it's coming from that railing right there.
You mean from Manana?
Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
Okay, I'll do that after I cache my bottles. Now what? Yellow roses in the window. Those aren't flowers left for... Those aren't the flowers that were left for Class J.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into... You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Okay. Why are you auto-saving? What's that?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
Oh my goodness, a raid from Prongles? Who could have possibly have seen this coming? Hi Prongles. Did you enjoy Sticky Business? Did you make more curse stickers? Welcome on in everybody. I'm Velvet and I'll be your hostess today. Let's give you a little shout out here. What are we gonna get? Is it Silent Night? No, it's High Rosemary.
Yeah, Rosemary been token it up. Here, let's there.
Is that a weed? I'm calling the police. Okay, I don't need a raincoat. We're playing Disco Elysium, which is a game where you play as a fail cop, and it's really embarrassing, and I get secondhand embarrassment from this game a lot because I'm just like the most embarrassing guy ever, and it's really cringe. And my partner is constantly disappointed in me. Hey girl, can you tell me about those flowers?
It's about the questions again.
Oh, okay. Never mind. But I just got a good lead. And then that lead... Oh, thanks for following. And then that lead got bad, and now I'm sniffing out communists. And Yana, you're a communist. You are my fellow commie friend.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Attempt to establish contact. Listen, brother, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy?
He tilts his head slightly.
Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in.
It involves your mutual friend Cross. Put your hands next to your head and curl your fingers like deer antlers.
Don't think I've ever met a Kras person. Then again, I've never been to Grand.
He narrows one eye at you. I'm looking for people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean. That sounds really suggestive and sexual. I don't know if that's the right one. He wouldn't understand the smell thing. Okay, the sausage one.
Have you tried a butcher shop?
He looks at you with perfect equanimity.
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
What I'm trying to say is I'm looking for communists. Do you know any?
Ah, now I see. Can't say I'm surprised. You seem to take your communism seriously. Not a bad thing, man. It's good for a man to take time to think about the whole socio-political world picture.
Oh, he certainly likes to take his time with things, especially when politics are at issue.
Kim, leave me alone.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm not hunting communists. I'm trying to get organized by them.
Oh, I see.
He gives you an exaggerated wink.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Are you sure? You smell like a communist.
Didn't realize you could smell communism. But then, I'd never studied the subject.
Yeah, I can smell them. I'm very special. I'm a special boy.
Maybe it's not taught in any of your so-called universities, but there's definitely something going on there.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
What's an ideologo?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
How did you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving now. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Elysium style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
See, all this political chit-chat is just an excuse to rip tar with strangers. Let's say we just skip right to the good part then.
An extremely cool way to establish contact. Wish I'd thought of that.
It was alright. A little like something out of a Vespertine spy novel, but I must respect the effort.
Okay, how do I find this guy?
I couldn't tell you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava, Abadanais."
I'm not gonna remember that. I better write it down. Dobrava Abadanais. Okay.
And then he was gone.
Who are Dobrava and Abadanais? Nice.
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
A tight half smile crosses his face. What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk to me. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideologo personally. I have to say though, it sounds like you found yourselves a proper hunt.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. Alright, we gotta go do police work now. See you, racist guy. What's that? A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
About 2 hours.
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
In front of Kim? No, he's gonna yell at me. Don't lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink, man. It would go well with those cigarettes. That's a great combination.
No. I have to be on my best behavior. Kim is right there, and he's embarrassed by me already. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, girl. You smoking on the balcony again? Hey, girl.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Okay, let's see. Titus Hardy gave us a recording which the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the disk clip, recorded via the encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Something to that effect, yes.
The phrase was used.
The lieutenant checks his notes and nods.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
A memory surfaces in her tired neocortex. It's not entirely unpleasant.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo?
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. Keep on living until they just sort of turn into his
persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like he didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 feminine years all rolled into one person, then cast in Norani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Ew.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Did you have good dinner? We're making a little bit of progress for once. Like, that's like actually like case related. Hold on, he said he was mentally done. That sounds like a broken man to me.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical personality.
Excellent. And you spent time with this person romantically?
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? Even amazingly?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
Oh, I hate talking to him.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
Lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions we can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
Where is Lelystad? The place, I mean.
In Orania, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I looked it before.
You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranje. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sex, alcohol, no love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a compatriot?
No. He left the National Service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind.
Oh.
He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Ravachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
I'm always trying to get comfortable.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
What did it represent, do you know?
It was a map of his life and the places he visited as a soldier. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Orange's lit?
Update data. Thank you. Don't interrupt.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bad shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star. Port after port. Third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
You were the woman in this? No, she was the guy with the tattoos. Yeah, Harry. She was the woman in this.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid ass. Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo.
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed. so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminole Islands.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
And on other islands too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Change of topic, perhaps?
I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Hand Lieutenant back his notes.
All right.
The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
I noticed your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
Yes. We're just one room
What?
away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did there before I lost my memory.
You do not need to know that.
Yes,
What
I
you need
do.
is to ask normal police questions. Like,
He waits for you to finish your sentence.
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Ugh, Kim. Fine. I need to talk to you about your room again. Sure.
Yeah?
No, I don't.
Alright.
Let's talk about more about the so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic. But okay.
Okay.
How about we, change the subject to something...
Let's
more
return to this
lighthearted?
later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most likely.
That late, girl?
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42.
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old.
Where is this going?
How old are you?
Oh,
That's where
Christ.
this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder? You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
how old? 58.
You're probably right. That's about what I look.
Actually, you make that 54. Alcoholism had severely impacted your appearance, and I was wrong about the age of the deceased.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Bring it on. I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Laboratorium. Okay. Anyways. Let's go talk to stupid Titus again. I fucking hate this dude. He's such an asshole. Like, I know that, like, he's just, it's like he's trying to protect his dudes and stuff. But, like, wow. Asshole. I want to see Kim's room. Wait, what's that? Is that a bottle? Gimme. Yes. Okay. Ugh. Hey, man.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
Okay, so I talked to Clestier about the tape. And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. Gave you gold, Rome.
She said no!
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore. But, fucking right. I guess it's good then. Fucking.
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's a hardcore party girl with bigger death wish than mine.
Yeah. You're right about that. She takes way too many drugs.
Well, it's as they say. You can't do anything with an underdose.
The Musk says with a philosophical look in his eyes.
With an overdose, you can at least try to come off it. Take a bath, do breathing exercises, get medical attention as necessary. With an underdose, you're just you. Yeah, underdose isn't an actual word.
Yeah, but I mean, she has an actual drug problem. Not like you. Not like us. I don't think I've ever seen her sober.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you. You fucking handed.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. It's been a long day. I'm tired of running back and forth between you. I can see you're tired too. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs.
You're such an asshole, Titus. Like, she doesn't do what you want her to do, and she's like a psycho whore now. Like, okay. Like, the second she was like, no, I that didn't happen. He was like, oh, fucking bitch. Oh, like, oh my god.
Next time you see her, tell her, Titus, fuck off!
Oh my god, you have like some anger issues.
Lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
There is a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
The window might be closing. The more beers that get in them, the less cooperative they will be.
I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just practice, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and he's in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fellow?
Who he is irrelevant.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There is no witness.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly. No shouting, no commotion.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I'd imagine you guys were drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking. Weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
The witness said he saw 2 people of Arapagite descent and 1 Mesk.
Arapagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like some made-up horse shit.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Chunky. It's chunky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Chunky.
He writes in his notebook. Actually, nothing.
Great witness.
He must be really parched because he takes a giant gulp of beer.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Well, you guys want to save scum with me? Or maybe we can add a point to rhetoric. I don't like letting Titus win. I'm not afraid to save scum with him because, like, this guy fucking sucks. Let's see, rhetoric. Don't. Hey, get up again.
It's you again. What is it?
Come on.
Claudia is
Damn.
playing them like a fiddle. Tell them out bad.
Okay, I think let's keep a point in rhetoric.
It's you again. What is it?
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Claudia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
Lieutenant raises an eyebrow. His brow.
He'll get it.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they just don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because they like killing.
Yeah, we liked it. It was fun, wasn't it, guys? We had a great time.
It wasn't for your fucking entertainment, Dennis.
He gets a hold of himself.
They kill you because they think it's funny.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Another raid? I am? Is Renetta talking about me? Oh, Harley! Hi, Harley, thank you. Hi, Ava. Thanks for following. Let me give you a little shout out here. Tindra Yindra, thank you for following. The Craft Guide, thank you for following. Let's see. My name is Velvet and I'll be your hostess today. Okay.
Evie, I want to give the Raiders a kissy.
You give them a kissy, Moxie. Mwah! Mwah! We're playing Disco Elysium. And let me give you a little shout out, Harley.
I want this in my mouth.
Okay, Raiders, now you give me money.
Don't give Moxie any money. Moxie spends it on horse betting. That's okay. I think about this sometimes because, like, in high school, one time they, like, surprised one of our teachers by decorating the classroom in, like, quotes that some of us had said. And one of the quotes for me...
But the horses compel me.
I know the horses compel you. And one of the horses... Not one of the horses. One of the quotes was "get in my mouth," which is something that that I said. Thank you, thank you. Bits, get off my head. Anyways, we're finally making progress in our case here. We have been screwing around like all day, all night with like the case, but like now we're pushing some buttons and we're getting people pissed off. Let's see. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
thank
buddy,
you.
Thank you. I'm off to the races.
No, Moxie, my bits! My bits! Oh my goodness. Or what? You're gonna kill me like- Oh! Thank you, Ava. Yeah, get off my head. Yeah. Let's see. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing. Hydrate, okay.
Yes. More for Moxie. I'm gonna be a winner, baby.
I can't believe Moxie keeps going to the horse track without me. He doesn't even invite me, like, to go with. Like, Moxie just goes without me.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him? The little guy hits Angus... The little guy hits Angus on the back of the head, a loud slap.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet. So quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Jesus,
Now
Elizabeth.
it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell everyone.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Whisper, Kim, we did it! A little louder, sure. Yeah, Moxie, why don't you bet on some slots? How about that, You can use channel points and then not my bits. Kim, we did it!
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth.
Lolly,
He
I think you...
tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Yeah, I think you have to put a number after you say slots. Like, you have to bet, like, a certain amount of money. Or points, or whatever the hell. Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
You summoned Moxie.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Oh. Whoa, is that the big number? What's that? Wow, I rolled... Damn. Unlucky.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way.
Thank you, Harley. I appreciate it. I also have some, like, little features here. I've got sad, shock, and horror. Got my phone. Got the piss Chen. Small eyes. Oh, that's pajamas. And small eyes. You got games on your phone? Yeah, I got Cookie Run King. Oh. Got Cookie Run Kingdom.
It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
I ain't got Subway Surfer, sorry. Oh, Battle Royale. Kill! Kill! Okay, big stretch. Everybody up. This would be a good time to rearrange my seating position anyways. Ugh. Big stretch. Oh, I cracked my back. That felt nice. Ugh. And a hydrate okay after I sit down. Ugh. Get my chair back. Do not kick the Nintendo Switch. Okay, good. And hydrate. Oh, such rudeness. Looks like you've been avenged. Pon, you win! Congratulations.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy, too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as David Murphy's dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they've been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. He ain't.
Who's Tibbs, the 8th Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Oh, how lucky.
Tibbs. That's short for...
Back to cop questions.
Yes. No more small talk.
If Class A didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
Still? Yeah, okay. It's kind of a quieter game. I'll turn it up all the way.
They can't show up on police radar, kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. connected to the Moore Lantern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
I do. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
We wouldn't be doing this clown dance if you didn't hang him and pretend that you guys killed him. Okay? So that's why we're doing a clown dance, Titus.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyways? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The missing 8th Hardy. That's the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy boys. And that's it.
Okay. Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Alright. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection.
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Okay, we're making headway.
Call the Mama Dakwa.
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing, looking for a whisper light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room, a candy wrapper falling on dry grass, a drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Kol Do Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of the alcohol that hasn't drowned out. Keep listening. Okay, we got 3 perception. Alright. Okay, girl. I'm coming back. And then tonight we'll sing karaoke because I finally got my hands on a tape and I can sing that at the karaoke bar. And everybody has to listen. And Kim has to listen especially. And he's not gonna stop me. I have the means. What's... Oh, this is stairs. We found a tape in some, like, abandoned shack, so we can use that to sing. I hope. Kim's gonna hate it. He's gonna be like, this is a waste of time. But that's okay. That's how he's just trying to do his job, and I'm just screwing around. Okay, girl. We heard the news.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Chill, I'm the cool cop, remember?
I'm sorry for wasting your time. I should have known that you'd find out.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Yeah, I'm the cool cop.
Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
That's... cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
Kim, I'm trying to be a cool cop.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, grey and pale violet in the morning light.
What lies beyond it?
The pale, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Aranye, the old world.
The RCM isn't the lapdog of the moral intern. You don't have to worry.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked? People after her? Moral intern people? This isn't Orionese lit.
What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him.
Hi, Brian.
His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, knocked his crane, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides. Thanks for lurking.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Have fun making dinner. I'm sorry this happened to you.
So am I.
She looks down. Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
Hi, Raven Moon. Nuzzle, nuzzle, nuzzle.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
What did you do then?
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Say nothing.
She pulls on the cigarette, looking up at the sky. Her hair ripples in the breeze as she stands there, silent.
You said you studied Orangenaise, or whatever, lit. What is with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it.
Have fun lurking, Harley. Thank you.
After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader of the Hardy Boys?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do, make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while, that we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
She looks at the table.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you were hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand. The people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off. And that little fucker threw stones at him.
Yeah.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
When was the window changed? Point to it.
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glances at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
Let's return to this later. And then we're gonna save. And then we're gonna save scum if we fail. Because I'm curious where this route's gonna lead.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here?
But we are awake.
Hello, officer.
In God's name, wake up.
What brings you up here again?
But we are.
Ah. Thanks for lurking. Appreciate it.
Hello, officer.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and willow-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you.
Oh, I don't really want to.
Lies.
Oh, yeah, I've got it going on. I got some rubber gloves on, I got a kimono on, and my horrible tie. You know, just girly things. Okay, let's... Yeah.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath. As if you are. This is not the end of this.
Okay. Okay. I believe her. I don't want to arrest her or anything like that. I want her to be free.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. A two-hearted spider.
What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point? I doubt it.
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez.
There was a map on sale in the bookstore, wasn't there? A map of Martinez? We need one.
You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof?
Yes.
There was a map in the bookstore. We should come back with it. Compare the landscape to the radius of the shot.
Blink. Okay, let's do that. And it's only noon. Get down there. Ooh, when it's nighttime, it's over for you bitches. Harry's gonna sing karaoke and that's all there is to it. I know, I love Kim. I hope nothing happens to Kim. I think it's up here. There, that's it.
Several maps have been attached. The maps look...
Map of Martinez. This could work, maybe.
I want to buy the map of Martinez.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Thank you, ma'am. Now that we have a free place to sleep at night, I'm not super worried about money. I mean, it's good to save it, but I mean, like, that was like 90 cents. Who gives a rip? Like... Okay. God, we're finally making progress. I wonder how you would, like, get further if, like, you know, you couldn't pass those skill checks. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? Just flounder around, like... Okay.
The same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman.
I have the map.
A ray of backward motion explodes from the man's mouth, through the window, to the roof outside, widening into a radius. A prime.
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Yeah, I mean, like, we learned so much stuff just now. Like, we learned that, like, it wasn't actually the Hardy Boys, for one. Like, somebody shot this dude, and we don't know who. Like, maybe you'd get, like a not-so-good ending or something like that. Like, where it's like, okay, Hardy Boys, you're going to jail, right? Like, but it wasn't actually them. Have a look at point B, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
B2, Land's End.
1.5 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Have a look at point B3, the islet.
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez, perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think this shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime, Land's End, or B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less than from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or a sniper nest if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. It fits the hidden path through the whirling. A simple hypothesis.
Blink. Alright. Alright. Finally, we're fucking getting somewhere. I feel like I just run around with Harry and I just do stupid shit and Kim's just along for the ride. Like, now we're actually getting some, like, information and, like, you know. Would you... This game's kind of buggy, despite it being the definitive edition. I'm gonna move. Ugh. I'll talk to Titus later. I don't feel like talking to him. He's a dick. Okay. I think we'll wrap it up here. We got a lot of good work done today. We might have had to save Scum for some of it, but that's just kind of how it goes. Alright, we're gonna raid Teal. He's playing Played Up with Nico and Charlie. Alright, team. This looks fun. Oh, look, it's kind of like Overcooked, I think. Yeah. Yet no one wants to play Overcooked with Velvet? Oh! 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 How could this happen? Anyways, thanks for joining me today. I do appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. Ta-ta! Of course, thank you.